Alcohol and drug abuse in teens. These are the topics that we will be covering. How does this affect teenagers in the US? Drug abuse can cause anxiety, depression, mood swings, and schizophrenia. 34.6% of teens with major depression admit to using drugs. However, drug abuse actually increases the severity of these emotional problems. Teens who use marijuana weekly double their risk of depression and anxiety. People who abuse drugs also experience learning problems. Drug abuse damages short-term and long-term memory and can lead to memory and learning problems later in life. Also, teens who use drugs with needles increase their risks for blood-borne diseases such as HIV, AIDS, and hepatitis B and C. Teens who use drugs are 5 times more likely to have sex than a teen who does not. Drug abuse among teens can result in serious mental disorders or permanent damage to the brain or nervous system. Teens who abuse drugs are more likely to get into a car accident. Who are greatest at risk and why? In the United States in 2014, 16.3 million adults suffered from alcohol use disorder. In the same year, about 367,000 girls and 311,000 boys from ages 12 to 17 had AUD. Many key risk periods for drug abuse are during major transitions in children's lives. For example, transitioning into high school or their parents getting a divorce. What are the signs we can look for if someone is dealing with this issue? There are many obvious signs of drug and alcohol abuse, such as problems at school and with the law, depression, mood swings, violent behavior, poor hygiene, missing money, temporary blackouts or memory loss, headache, anxiety, insomnia, nausea, etc. when without alcohol. Flushed skin, drinking alone in the mornings or in secret. They take unnecessary risks. They start to act out or be distant to the ones closest to them. Help available. If you know someone abusing drugs, do not wait to intervene. There are many different types of treatment programs, such as long-term residential, individualized drug counseling, group counseling, and more. It may seem hard to send someone to a rehabilitation center, but sometimes it is what's best for them. There are many rehab centers in New Jersey, including CPC Behavioral Healthcare, Aberdeen Counseling Center. They have a competent, diverse staff who can provide the most effective outcomes in a system that is responsive, collaborative, and progressive. How does this affect friends, family, and the community? Drug abuse can result in abusive relationships, arrests, or a lack of trust in the family. Many times dealing with addiction is hard for a family and tears them apart. Some friends may leave because of the drug abuse, but other friends may feel encouraged to try drugs or alcohol. The abuser could be kicked off a sports team. They could also get into fights more often. Prevention. If you know someone abusing drugs, don't wait to intervene. It is better to stop addiction in the early stages to lessen the long-term effects. Oftentimes, the most effective way to avoid the misuse of drugs and alcohol is avoidance of these drugs altogether. For example, if someone offers you drugs, you could change the subject, say you have a test or homework, or say that you can't because of a commitment to a sports team. Lastly, be firm in your choice and remember that you can ask a trusted adult for advice.